Stadium, Baton Rouge. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. So LSU's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tar Heels offense will have the football first. And they're trusting this transfer senior quarterback to get things going. What a rough game he had in that loss last time out, throwing 3 interceptions. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Schiff. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Got the quick pass. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That is the junior tight end who they are taking a look at, and we'll have Holly Rowe check on his situation. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Third down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number, has confidence in himself, goes and gets the first down.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Schiff.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO fake. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. He leaves it with his back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the RPO, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. So LSU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. One thing that has been a big point in practice, right side of the offensive line and how they can control this edge pressure. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Levitt. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. There he goes. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds them, and he gets the first down.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance, this dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Harris. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff, Durham running left. He's got some room headed to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU!
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Ship. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Maybe some room here. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. The Tar Heels are marching down the field. Going to the running game. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Ship.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Handoff from the gun. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now they'll run it to the right here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Tar Heels will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Quickly complete. Knocked down for the tackle.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Dropping back, it's Edwards. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. With the catch, it's Duro. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. after the incompletion. Back to the passing game. Working that left side. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. To the air, it's Levin.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to get the first through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Brown. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, coming into this game, this offense knew that points were going to be at a premium. If you can't score touchdowns down here in the red zone, you at least got to come away with field goals, but you can't do that if you're throwing interceptions. That's just poor execution by the offense.
And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Here's a give to Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Levin. Here's a heat. And down he goes. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Pulls and fires complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. Off play action. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offenses should focus on their guys and making sure so-and-so guys get so-and-so touches. And, you know, listen, they're featuring this guy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to be the primary target on a lot of times. I can't be reckless, but I definitely have to find my way to get that guy the ball.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. The defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Edwards. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's really close to that first down. But they stop him just a bit short. There is a player still down on the field, and it is an LSU Tiger. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. The play action fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline, run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
They boot it away. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Over to the right side, that's Wilson. They'll mark him down at the 17, and that'll be enough to move the chains. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit.
Snags it, and there's running room. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. LSU quick to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The tag. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're... in the third. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with a flair, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Handoff to the single running back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Edwards. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Rides to the back. Quick spin on the run. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to pass on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Scanning the field, it's Edwards. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caden Durham again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter, you've got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock? Or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
Wait just a second. They're going to go for it here, and man, if they don't get it, it brings losing into the equation. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Durham one more time. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He's got it, first down and more. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Berry. Makes it past the marker. And he's stopped, but not before he moves the chains. Pickup of 12 on that one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Handoff, Caden Durham. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Caden Durham again. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Makes the grab. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
To throw, it's Edwards. Looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, and second down's coming up. Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He gave his receiver a chance, and it pays off. What a tremendous grab. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They'll run it from the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And, man, with that run, I think it kind of handcuffs you. I think you want to save that last timeout when you need it for your field goal unit or whatever that looks like. Running the football there, man, keeping that clock ticking. I don't necessarily love that call.
That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. The give on the option. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Up and hold on just a minute. They have decided to take the points here. Thought they might go for it on 4th and short. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. With the line of scrimmage at the 37, that will leave them with a long 54-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. And that is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Levin. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Leaping grab for a big gain. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Four quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature, who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, North Carolina! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what...
Makes the catch! Touchdown by you Bengals! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie. Don't assume on this extra point. They needed to send it to a second OT. And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
Now 1st down here in the second overtime. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Green. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The run inside. It's Berry. Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, LSU! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Now on 1st first down they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Edwards. Deep shot for the end zone. And he went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Almost had the huge interception there. Man, what a change that would have been. Instead, we're looking at third down. 4-down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a third and long here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He just about had the pick, and what a play that would have been in overtime, but it brings up fourth down.
Man, you kind of wondered, when were they going to cover this guy? He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.
It's such an exciting game, up and down, back and forth. It's heartbreaking if you lose, but when you come through with these games late in the ball game, it gives you confidence throughout the season to continue to build on it. What a great win.
This has been a presentation